On September 11th, 2001, 19 militants associated with the Islamic extremist group Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airplanes and carried out suicide attacks against targets in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. A third plane hit the Pentagon, and a fourth plane crashed in a field in Shakesville, Pennsylvania. Almost 3,000 people were killed during the 9/11 terrorist attacks, which triggered major U.S. incentives to combat terrorism and defined the presidency of George W. Bush. At 7 a.m., George W. Bush, who was in Florida at the time of the attacks, had spent the day being shuttled around the country because of security concerns. At 9 p.m., he delivered a television address from the Oval Office declaring terrorist attacks can shake the foundation of the biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. September 1st, 2001 was a clear and sunny day. At 7:59 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11, a Boeing 767 with 92 people aboard, takes off from Boston's Logan International Airport en route for Los Angeles. At 8:14 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175, a Boeing 767 with 65 people aboard, takes off from Boston. It also is headed towards Los Angeles. At 8:19 a.m., flight attendant aboard Flight 11 alerted ground personnel that the plane has been hijacked. American Airlines notified the FBI. At 8:20 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 takes off from Dulles International Airport outside of Washington, D.C. The Boeing 757 is headed to Los Angeles with 64 people aboard. At 8:24 a.m., hijacker Mohammed Atta makes the first of 2 accidental transmissions from Flight 11 to ground control, apparently in an attempt to communicate with the plane's cabin. At 8:40 a.m., air traffic controllers at the Federal Aviation Administration alert North American Aerospace Defense about the suspected hijacking of Flight 11. In response, they scramble up 2 fighter planes located at Cape Cod's Otis National Guard Base to locate and tail Flight 11. At 8:41 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93, a Boeing 757 with 44 people aboard, takes off from Newark International Airport en route for San Francisco. At 8:46 a.m., Mohammed Atta and the other hijackers aboard American Airlines Flight 11 crashed its plane into floors 93 through 99 of the North Tower of the World Trade Center, killing everyone on board and hundreds inside the building. As evacuations of the tower and its twin get underway, television cameras broadcasted live images and initially what appeared to be a freak accident. Then 18 minutes after the first plane hit, a second Boeing 767, United Airlines Flight 175, appeared out of the sky, turning sharply towards the World Trade Center, and slices into the South Tower near the 60th floor. Structural steel of the skyscraper, built to withstand winds in excess of 200 miles per hour and a large conventional fire, could not withstand the tremendous heat generated by the burning jet fuel. At 9:59 a.m., the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapses. At 10:30 a.m., the north building of the Twin Towers collapsed. Only 6 people in the World Trade Center towers at the time of their collapse survived. Almost 10,000 others were treated for injuries, many severe. As millions watched the events unfolding in New York, a third plane, American Airlines Flight 77, circled over downtown Washington, D.C., before crashing into the west side of the Pentagon military headquarters at 9:45 a.m. All told, 125 military personnel and civilians were killed in the Pentagon, along with all 64 people aboard the airliner. The fourth and final plane crashed in a rural field near Shakesville in western Pennsylvania. At 10:10 a.m., the passengers fought the four hijackers and were suspected to have attacked the cockpit with a fire extinguisher. The plane was flipped over and sped towards the ground at upwards of 500 miles per hour. All 44 people aboard were killed. Its intended target is unknown, but theories include the White House, U.S. Capitol, the Camp David presidential retreat in Maryland, or several nuclear power plants along the eastern seaboard. We would like to say thank you to the first responders who immediately acted and went up into the towers to save everyone that they could. Around 380 first responders lost their lives that day. They lost their lives for a country they loved and lost their lives for saving people who were attacked for no reason. September 1st, 2001 ultimately brought the United States together as a country. Instead of fighting each other in political battles, we now fought a common enemy that has now not only just attacked us, but attacked us on our homeland. Together, we are able to defend our country and stay safe.